Hi everyone. This video is going to be a quick review of the rhythms for All Through the Night, as well as a recording of me playing All Through the Night on several different instruments, just so I can review the new notes with you for any instrument that has a new note. So, first thing to look at is going to be the rhythm, very quickly. We've talked about this in class a bunch of times, so this should just be a review. But take a look at this first measure in pink up here. If I was to just take these eighth notes right here and count them, I would count 1 and 2 and. Remember, each eighth note gets a number or an and, not both. Now, all I'm going to do is take these first 3 eighth notes, 1 and 2, and I'm going to combine them all into one note, which is this quarter note with the dot after. This dot means that you add the extra eighth note worth of the extra eighth note length. So instead of just 1 beat, this is now 1.5 beats, and you would count it 1 and 2, and then these 2 eighth notes still had the and after it, and then 3, 4. Now this is the rhythm that appears in the first 2 measures of All Through the Night, so I'm going to just clap it for you very quickly. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You hold the note for 1 and 2, then you play again on the and of 2. So watch again. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. I'm going to play it very quickly on the trumpet. Should be nice and self-explanatory at this point. Like I said, this is a quick review for you that you can use as a reference. Okay? So now what the rest of this video is going to be a recording of me playing All Through the Night on the wind instruments. Strings, we'll go over this in class. You don't have a new note to learn, so you can just use these recordings as a reference to practice along with. But you don't have any new notes to learn, so I'm going to break down the new notes for the wind players. Okay, everyone. So, like I said, the next part of this video is going to break down the new note that needs to be learned for each instrument. We're going to start by looking at how we know what the new note is. So, this right here is an example of what it looks like at the beginning of the flute part for All Through the Night. We have our time signature here telling us there's 4 beats in the measure and that the quarter note gets 1 beat. Over here is what we call the key signature, which tells us which note is going to be flat or which note is going to be sharp, or which notes. In this case, we have a flat on the 3rd line, which means that we're going to have B flats, so any B that you see is a B flat. But the second note of the piece, right here, is not, is the one that we know. The letter is E. We only know E flat so far, but there's no flat here, which means that we need to learn E natural, which is a slightly different fingering. It's your thumb, first 3 fingers of your left hand, first 2 fingers on your right hand, and pinky. That is E natural. Every E that you see in this song will be an E natural. Trumpets and clarinets. This is a flute. This is clarinets and trumpets down here. We have a sharp on the top line. The top line. Every good boy does fine. Which means every F that we have is going to be an F sharp, even if it appears on the bottom space. Still an F sharp. So the second note of the piece for you is an F sharp. Clarinets. No thumb, but first finger. The only thing you need is your left index finger, not even your thumb. That's your F sharp. And trumpets, second valve. You'll see this when I have the recording of myself playing the part. You'll see it. Saxophones. You have F sharp, which we know. You also have C sharp. Now, this song doesn't have any F sharps written in it, so we don't need to worry about that. We just need to worry about the C sharp. And it is the easiest note you will ever play. Nothing. No fingers down whatsoever. You just play. Not even your thumb on the thumb key. It's just nothing. And lastly, we have the trombones. Trombones, you are like the flutes. You all have one flat. This is on the second line. Good boys do fine always. Second line, so it's a B. All your B's are flat. But your second note of the piece, just like the flutes, is an E. Third space E. There's no flat here, so we're not going to play the E flat that we know. We're going to play E natural. And E natural is second position. Kind of matches what the trumpets have. So they have second valve for F sharp. You have second position for your E natural. In second position, barely moving the slide. You'll see it, like I said, you'll see it in the video, which is going to come up right now. The next portion of this video is going to be me playing the first 4 measures of All Through the Night for each of the 5 instruments that I talked about just now. So not string instruments again. Strings, you're welcome to practice your music along with me, clap your rhythms, play your part, whatever it may be. But I do want to give all your wind colleagues a chance to see visually what the new fingering looks like. So, again, flutes for that E natural, thumb, 1, 2, 3. Remember to leave that empty key in the middle. 1, 2, pinky. The only fingers that are not down are this pinky and this ring finger. Here are the first 4 measures of All Through the Night on the flute. And there you have it. E naturals. Watch the slur on beat 3 and 4 in measure 2, and be careful of your rhythms. Next up will be the clarinet and the trumpet. So, clarinets. Remember, the new fingering for F sharp, no thumb, just your first finger. And it's very convenient, at least in the first measure, because the note after the F sharp in the first measure is an E. And all you need to do to go from F sharp to E is put your thumb back on. So remember, F sharp, no thumb. F natural, which is the first one that we learned, is just thumb. But this is not F natural, it's F sharp. So no thumb, first finger. Here we go. First 4 measures of All Through the Night. As you can see, there's a tiny chip in my reed right here, which is why it squeaks. So remember, check your reeds. If you need more reeds, come see me. I'm kind of glad that happened now. I can remind you. But there you have it for clarinet. Next up is trumpet. Trumpet. F natural, the first one that we learned, is first valve. This is not F natural, it's F sharp. You use your second valve. Here's the first 4 measures for All Through the Night on the trumpet. There you have it. Next up will be saxophone and then trombone. Saxophones. Like I said, the new note that you have to learn is C sharp. C natural is the one that's just your middle finger on your left hand. But this is not C natural, it's C sharp. And like I told you, it's the easiest fingering you will ever learn because it's literally none of your fingers. Listen. Don't actually do that, but that was just to emphasize my point. Don't need any hands to play C sharp. Excuse me, C sharp. Here are, and before I play it, it's easy to go from D to C sharp. Because for D, you have every finger down except for your pinkies, including your thumb on the back key. For C sharp, you need nothing. You basically go all, nothing. Nice and simple to remember. So here are the first 4 measures of All Through the Night on the saxophone. last one will be trombone. So trombones, just like the flutes, the new note that you had to learn was E natural. E flat, the one that we initially learned, was in third position. We know third position. E natural, second position. Listen to the difference. That's E flat. That's E natural. Second position, barely moving your slide. That's in first position, there's second position. It's not really a big motion at all. Remember to move your slides fast in between notes as well, otherwise it turns into a blur. But here are the first 4 measures of All Through the Night for the trombone. Okay? Like I said, when you go down to those low C's in 6th position, you have to move your slide quickly, otherwise it turns into a blurry mush. But hopefully that gives all of you an idea of how All Through the Night should sound. Progress checks are going to start next week. If you forget what the fingering for that new note is, whether it's E natural, F sharp, or C sharp, first, watch this video, because I show you and tell you. And second, look in the back of your book, because the back of your book will have the answer for you. Okay? If you've lost your copy of All Through the Night, or you're at home and forgot your book, but you're still looking to practice, there is a version of it that I posted on Google Classroom as of Tuesday morning, Tuesday, April 10th. So it's there, you can print it out, you can just download it on your computer and use that, whatever you need. As always, feel free to email me with questions, leave comments on the video. Come see me at Extra Help Tuesday and Thursday before school, or by appointment if you have a different class that you go to those mornings. And I'm always happy to help you. So good luck, practice for the progress checks, and I will see you in class.